Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Algorand. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the chart, as you can see in general, what is happening right now is that we're coming back down to the low that we printed all the way back here in March of 2020 when we had the virus dump, and we're coming back down to retest this low. So I think anywhere between 14 cents all the way down to 10 cents, that's going to be an amazing buying range for Algorand. And if we start zooming in, you can see that we have lost the support block that I laid out for you in the previous update. The support block starts at 22.5 cents and goes all the way down to 20 cents. It's based off of the swing low and swing high we printed in June of 2020. And we just blasted through that level. So potentially what could happen is we may see a little relief rally into that level as resistance, back tested, and then we can come back down and potentially print a lower low or maybe print a double bottom. That is irrelevant at this point because we don't know what's going to happen, obviously. So I would target this over here, trend line, and that falls very nicely on the 2.272 Fibonacci retracement we have over here, with the swing high printed at the end of October and with the swing low printed at the end of June. So as you can see, we blasted through our 1.618 technical target. So this was a good buying opportunity at around about 20 cents. And I did dollar cost average into Algorand at these prices here, and I'm going to be doing so once we start dropping even further down. However, if we start losing this March 2020 low, then that is going to be quite negative because we're going to be going into uncharted territories for Algorand. We don't have any data here below these prices, below this March 2020 low. So if that does happen, we can always throw a Fibonacci retracement on top here from the swing high we printed all the way up here in November last year. So we take a Fib retracement and we take it all the way down to the March low. We're going to have a minimal target at 0.0372 at the 1.272 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, so that is what we could be looking at if we start losing this low at 10 cents roughly. And yeah, that is our minimal target. And obviously, this smaller Fibonacci retracement is going to get pretty much useless after we drop down below the 2.618. And I would also target the 20 EMA on the chart here on the weekly. As you can see, the 20 EMA, which is the yellow resistance line. As you can see, you ran into that level at the end of October and you got rejected from there. And potentially you could see a very similar scenario where we have a little retracement to the upside, we get rejected from the 20 EMA, and then we continue down with the downtrend until we bottom out with Bitcoin and we start printing higher lows and higher highs, and we start breaking these November highs, these September highs, August highs. Once we start doing that, and once Bitcoin does that as well, once Bitcoin breaks the August high it printed, then I think that is going to be a very, very strong signal telling us that we have printed the bottom for this bear market. However, I don't know where that is going to happen, or rather when it is going to happen. I do think that we're going to bottom out before the end of spring 2023. So potentially April, May, I think that is going to be our bottom. Maybe March, but I don't know. It all depends on when the Fed decides to stop increasing the interest rates. Now, taking a look at the weekly RSI, as you can see, we're back in the falling wedge that we were in, and we had this little fake out from October into November. We came back down into the falling wedge, and potentially we could be retesting the support of the yellow trend line, as you can see. We had one bounce here in May, we had one bounce here in March, and we're potentially waiting for another bounce here if we see a capitulation. But obviously right now we are in the support block that we created in June this year, where we had that little bounce. And right now we're holding that level very good, very nicely. And this is a very good buying opportunity for Algorand based off of the weekly RSI. Now, I do want to switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart on the Binance website, as you can see, let me just remove the Fibonacci, we don't need that. As you can see, we're losing a very important support level here. So we've been holding this support trend line, this yellow support trend line, since May, when we had the initial capitulation. Then we had that nice bounce into September, and then we had the next move down, and we landed in June on this trend line here, and then we had the move to the upside and another retracement down. However, this time the trend line did not hold, and now we're breaking down, and potentially 14 cents is going to be a support level that is hopefully going to hold us, and this is where we can buy into Algorand. Now, jumping into the MACD, we're gonna see a bearish cross printed very soon. The last time this happened was back in November 2021, and you can see the effect of that. You can see that there was a major capitulation afterwards, and potentially we're gonna see a very similar thing here in January or maybe February as well. So I'm ready for both outcomes, and I really do hope we get one last huge capitulation where I can buy as much altcoins as possible to be ready for the next bull market. Also, something that you have to take a look at is the stochastic on the weekly. As you can see, we are below the index of 20, which means we are oversold, and this is a very good buying opportunity. Every time you were in this zone, this was a very good buying opportunity, but right now you're in this zone for a very, very, very long time. So this accumulation here is very important, because once you accumulate for that long period of a time, you tend to see a very strong breakout afterwards. And I think the next bull market is going to make a lot of people a lot of money, as always. And if you stick to your plan and you have your plan ready and set to go, then you shouldn't have any problems making life-changing money, really, the next bull market. You just have to research a lot of projects and know where to stake, how to manage your funds, where not, if you're supposed to swing trade this altcoin or not swing trade it, and not sell it too early and not sell it too late, right? These are all the things that you have to regulate and understand. And I'm going to be here trying to help you out as much as I can, obviously, but I can't do all the work for you. You have to put in the hours, you have to put in the effort as well. And you can always feel free to join the Telegram chat that we have. A lot of people talking in there and sharing their opinions. And you can also join my Discord, and you can check out my Patreon as well, where I do share my low cap gems, my portfolio. I try to upload there as often as I can. So feel free to check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.